Hi everyone, my name is Katie Roman and today I'm going to be doing a presentation and demonstration on the software Mentimeter, which is used by not only educators but businesses in order to make presentations and receive live feedback. Whether a student and teacher use it in a relationship as you're answering questions, etc., or businesses use it for polls, I'm going to kind of show you how to use it and how it would best be used within a classroom. So, Mentimeter overview, basically. So can a teacher find this teaching tool? You can basically Google it. It's kind of as easy as that. You're able to join through a lot of different platforms. So whether that be you sign up with your email, you can sign up with a Google account, you can even sign up with Facebook. It's really, really simple to get involved with. Which platforms and devices can this tool be used on? Really, it's not only available through one method. So it's really nice that it's actually available as a browser extension as well as an app on iOS and Android. And you are able to access this on any kind of mobile device, whether that be a laptop, a smartphone, etc. What's best when responding to the presentation, though, is a smartphone. So it's a little bit easier to use, a smartphone or a tablet. But we can talk about that as I go on. There is some accessibility features that you as the teacher can put in, but I wouldn't say that there are any directly in the application that are stated, so that's important to note, as well as it cannot be used offline, so that's definitely can be a big feature that can take away from it as well, but it's good to note. Is it free or does it cost money? So there are two ways to use Mentimeter. One is the free version and one is the paid for version. The free version still gives you a lot of options for tools. You have the ability to receive anonymous messages in or anonymous answers to your questions, and I'll explain that through the demonstration. Or you are able to pay for it, and there's a little bit more features that you get when you pay for it. You gain unlimited questions being answered. You have just a little bit more ability to customize things. So it depends what you're using Mentimeter for. I think for a classroom, though, the free version works great. Are there any extras that we should know? I think that learning about Mentimeter through their online websites and their tools was really user-friendly. So I wanted to access and tell you all that as well. I think learning about this tool was super easy. And I think it's going to be really awesome to be able to use within a classroom and to access, especially with probably older elementary grades, so probably starting like third, fourth grade on. I think they'd really be able to use this tool. So now for my demonstration, so we'll go over to my other tab that I have on my computer. So this is the demonstration presentation that I have made for us today to kind of go through. This is what my screen looks like when I am currently making the Mentimeter presentation. So I have a few different things that I'm going to do, and I'm just going to kind of walk through the presentation and show you some highlights on what I've decided to showcase for things that Mentimeter can do. So I also have my smartphone with me, and I have downloaded, I will show you the Mentimeter app. I have it downloaded. I don't know if it'll focus. Of course, it's just a glowing light. I should have probably known that. But it asks me to enter a code. So what I'm going to do is you'll see go to menti.com or use the app and you'll type in your code. So I am going to type in the code 535284. And I'm going to hit submit. And you can even present this. So I hit the present button so that it fills the screen. If you were doing this within a classroom, that would probably be best. So I have my smartphone open and that exact same question, which states, what are some questions you still have about the Revolutionary War? So that actually wasn't my very first question. So we will go back and I'm going to change the slide. I'm seeing now that what's going to be best is you have to make sure that Mentimeter starts right off where you want to begin. So, yeah. So the first question in my presentation is, how much do you know about the Revolutionary War? So there's a few options that I chose. So I would consider myself an expert. I know a pretty good amount. I understand to a point, but I am not positive about dates. And then zero, I do not know anything. So On the app, it gives me an opportunity to pick one. So I am going to say I know a pretty good amount, and I'm going to answer, and I'm going to click submit. And as you see, now it says 100% of people say that they know a pretty good amount about the Revolutionary War. Then you can continue and go on. So then not only does it change on the screen, so what you would project in a classroom, it's also changed on my device. So I'm going to enter Catie as my name to join the quiz, and it will pop up that Catie has joined the quiz. Then we can start it. So when did the Revolutionary War end? Let's see. There are 3 options, and I know the answer, so I'm going to pick it. And everyone has voted, as Mentimeter has told us. Let's see if I got it right. Loading the result. Yep, I got the correct answer. So you see it accesses a green check mark if you got it right, and the red X's if you didn't. Very similar to how Kahoot is set up if you've ever participated in a Kahoot. So that's what's really nice about the interactiveness of Mentimeter, is that you're able to kind of access these quiz-like features, as well as just be able to give quick anonymous feedback about a specific topic. So I'm going to hit the next button. And we're loading my result, and it says that I, Catie, have earned 1,000 points. Granted, I was the only one who participated, but still, super cool. So as it sees, I have now won the quiz or won the game. There's also options to keep this a completely anonymous as well. You don't have to put in as much as I did, but I wanted to show off the feature that you can kind of make it a little bit of a competition if that's something that you're interested in doing. So the one last feature I really wanted to highlight about Mentimeter, especially when it comes to formative instruction, is the reflection piece about it. So this is, I put up on here, what are some questions you still have about the Revolutionary War? So it gives me 250 characters within the Mentimeter app, and I can put down some questions. So how many people fought? And I'm going to click submit on my phone, and you are going to see that it pops up right here. Granted, is that the best question? Not really, but it just gives you a little quick example, and it shows that it can go directly from my phone onto the screen. And again, what's great is this would be projected to a classroom full of students, so they would get really immediate interactive feedback within the app and about it as well. So that really is the Mentimeter side of it. So back to the presentation, really, what are my pros and cons about Mentimeter? I really think that there are more positives than negatives, especially because this is a really great free software that you have the ability to use. I think that we can use it in a multitude of ways. The few things that I do have issues with Mentimeter, though, is its lack of accessibility. Granted, it's not only built for educators, it can be used by educators, but it's also built for businesses. But I do think that having some ability to have accessibility within that would be really important. There's options. You can add pictures. I didn't choose to for this presentation because I wanted to make sure it wasn't too long. But you have the ability to add pictures to your presentation. You can make it a little bit more creative, but I wanted to just give a little bit of a lowdown on how to use it overall. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Thank you so much for watching my screencast, and that was a presentation on Mentimeter. Thank you so much, and have a great evening.